I want to look into the entertainer's eyes. Where are you, sports entertainer? And I didn't sell my soul to the devil. Where are you, sports entertainer?
Hey everybody, what's up? This is Best Damn Booking, and this is the first episode, officially. Now, I saw what Chris Jericho did with the Jericho Appreciation Society, and I gotta say it's one of the greatest ideas ever, to go that level as a heel, you know what I'm saying? Because what Chris Jericho did with the Jericho Appreciation Society is he literally flipped the word sports entertainer that WWE, so enjoys to use into a wording that defines a heel. As in every time you hear sports entertainer, it's a negative. You know what I'm saying? It's basically meaning that, oh, these are the bad guys. You know what I'm saying? So he literally flipped WWE's entire image of sports entertainers, which has destroyed wrestling with how they've turned wrestling to PG and removed the Attitude Era / Ruthless Aggression Era. I mean, Stone Cold can't even throw a middle finger anymore. He's got to throw a fist up. And what Jericho did, that's freaking genius with this idea, is flipping the word into it's associated with a heel group. And I even enjoy the whole they're having a sports entertainer of the week section. Now, and I truly think this Jericho's very, he's, instead of it being something that would have been just about his ego, now it's about them taking a shot at WWE on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Taking a shot on WWE on a daily basis, which is amazing, but now, enough about the good. Now, here's the bad, because a lot of people haven't, maybe they've noticed, maybe they haven't, but Chris Jericho's reign on AEW, it hasn't been dominant when it comes to a faction. It's only been dominant when it comes to ratings. For example, when you think of Chris Jericho's original group with Sammy Guevara, Santana and Ortiz, Jake Hager, you know what I'm saying? When you think of the original group, and for some reason it's escaping my mind right now, the name, give me a minute. Yeah, it's escaping my head, the name Jericho had of his original faction. And to me, that's not 100% of a bad thing. That's actually leading up to what I'm talking about, is that they didn't win nothing. Besides Jericho having one reign as the AEW champion, man, his original faction didn't accomplish anything. I mean, all they did was have memorable matches that raised the ratings and views, but other than that, they didn't win anything. They didn't win tag team championships. Santana and Ortiz didn't win the tag team championships. Sammy Guevara won the TNT championship on his way out as the group started to break down, and it appears that the new Jericho Association is going through the same thing, where I saw they're doing a tag team match, it's Jericho teaming up with, and I actually like this team up with him and I forget the guy's name, the guy who grapples more. He usually comes with 2.0. I really enjoy this tag team because, he's a grappler. Jericho is, a little more high flyer, a little more, little more egotistic, but it's still gonna hurt the group as a whole. What I think they should do, because of this Jericho Appreciation Society, and since it's going with the tagline of, sports entertainment, I think that what they should do, what Chris Jericho should do, since it's linked to WWE, and as we all know, WWE right now just has too many titles that are just pointless, and just, the storytelling on them is horrible. Now, what I think they should do is Chris Jericho should create a title, the Sports Entertainer title, where he will hold that Sports Entertainer title, you know what I'm saying? And he can basically, you have to beat him, and he creates a certain set of rules to make this belt stand out, I truly think this would help it out, because what's going to happen with JAS, the Jericho Appreciation Society, as it's going on, is now they're beefing with Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz, which this is what they did on his last group. They beef with other guys, and they don't win nothing. They don't win a championship. They don't earn anything. It just becomes a matter of, Chris Jericho, why won't we use you to push the ratings, and you have nothing? What I think they should do with Chris Jericho's Appreciation Society, Jericho should have an announcement where he creates the Sports Entertainer title. You know what I'm saying? And with the Sports Entertainer title, what he should do is, the only people that can challenge him for this belt would be other championships or people that are deemed, sports entertainers. Like he could set up some type of requirement. And what he can do is, with this championship, he can alter the rules. Like, for example, he should put it that you can only for you to win, you got to pin the champion 3 times, and they only need to pin you once. You know what I mean? So it becomes a very heelistic type of championship, because the problem that AEW has is what they did with the FTW championship. And I plan to make a video on that on its own, but the FTW championship, they've turned that into a joke. When FTW stands for, fuck the world, you know what I'm saying? They didn't put attitude on that. So by having Chris Jericho create his own Sports Entertainer title, it's going to allow the FTW, in my opinion, should be changed to a very hardcore championship belt where there's no countouts. You know what I'm saying? No countouts with the FTW championship. No countouts at all. So it should be a light hardcore championship, because to me the FTW should just have no countouts at all. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you could put pinfalls count anywhere with the FTW championship. And by Chris Jericho creating the Sports Entertainer title, you can somewhat treat it also as though it's a television championship. And what Chris Jericho can do to even have it utilized even more to open the door, since only champions can challenge for this belt, Chris Jericho can literally allow other wrestling companies to come challenge it. And maybe he can set a stipulation where only the heavyweight champion or champions only, champions only can challenge for the Sports Entertainer title. Because the problem Chris Jericho has had is that he's in a faction. All they do is, fight. They might fight baby faces, anti-baby faces, such as a John Moxley when Moxley was with Kingston. Or they'll fight another heel group such as the Pinnacle. But at the end of the day, they don't hold any championships. They don't hold any belts. And it becomes very forgettable what they did, because there's no championship to cement what they've accomplished. For example, all the beefs that have happened with his prior faction before Jericho Appreciation Society, they were all about moving the company forward, getting ratings. So what happens is, since they didn't win any championships or anything like that, you just end up moving forward and forgetting what they've accomplished. Because Chris Jericho, this idea right here is just perfect. Because they can basically go at WWE every time with this group. It's as though Chris Jericho represents WWE. I mean, if Chris Jericho starts incorporating a no cursing, keep it PG type of style with this Jericho Appreciation Society thing, he can really utilize all the heat and all the anger that fans have for WWE sports entertainment to literally fuel what he's doing, to fuel this whole, society he's got, this Jericho Appreciation Society. Because the last thing AEW needs is just, it's another Chris Jericho faction. They're going to beef with baby faces, anti-baby faces, anti-heels. They're not going to win anything. And I think by having Chris Jericho pull $1 million man by creating his own championship, but make it the sports entertainer title with the requirement that you can only challenge for this belt if you have a championship, it will make this belt very prestigious and truly help Chris Jericho out and actually push this faction forward all over the internet. Because you could have Chris Jericho show up anywhere. Since he's a sports entertainer title, any other company he deems worthy of his appearance as a sports entertainer champion, you know what I'm saying? It will actually help push his heel level to beyond just AEW. He could appear on Impact. He could appear on ROH. He could appear on GCW. You know what I'm saying? He could appear on any wrestling company and make fun of them because they're not sports entertainer champion. I truly think, and if anyone's a Chris Jericho fan, please share this video, man. Because Chris Jericho, to me, I think he's about to retire in probably, I'd say 2 to 5 years. And to me, you don't want to waste this Jericho Appreciation Society. And the thing is, by having a Jericho Appreciation Society have their own title where only a champion can challenge for that belt, you could even have one of his members, for example, let's say, now I remember his name, Garcia. Let's say Garcia. To me, Garcia's pressed to eventually betray Chris Jericho and take over. And by having Garcia eventually win maybe a TNT championship or a cruiserweight championship by AEW or a championship outside of the company from ROH, and he challenges Chris Jericho and cheats and defeats Chris Jericho, you know what I'm saying? And then takes the sports entertainer title and kicks Jericho out, then you could turn Jericho babyface again. You know what I'm saying? So Jericho needs to get his own championship. And also this sports entertainer title would really help the FTW because it would turn the FTW to more of a hardcore title. And I plan to make a video on the FTW championship because to me, the FTW's potential is insane. I'd say FTW has a very NWO level of potential if AEW does the right thing. So please share this with any wrestling fans, and especially if you can get this into Chris Jericho's hands, or some of the members. I'm going to see if I can share it to Garcia 2.0, Hager. I'm gonna see if I can send this out because Jericho needs to do this. He needs to announce the sports entertainer title, And also, this could help Eddie Kingston also, because if Eddie potentially forces Chris to fight him for that, you know, maybe he holds Garcia hostage or something. You know, we can use this to fuel returning to at least the, if not the Attitude Era, the Ruthless Aggression Era. All right, everybody, this has been Best Damn Booking, the best damn booking for wrestling. Yeah.
I want to look into the entertainment house. Where are you, sports